Hello all, welcome to oratrainings.com. In this session, we'll discuss about invoking another voice integration from other integration, like a parent-child invocation. So here, the prerequisite for this particular integration is we need an Fusion ERP SaaS environment because we want to use an AP invoice service in our child integration. And this is the flow which we are expecting, we'll be having a parent integration, and this parent integration will invoke a child integration. In the child integration, we are invoking an AP invoice. So here, in the child integration, it will take an AP invoice ID as an input, and it will invoke the REST API of the Fusion ERP and provides a JSON payload as a response. So now, similarly, as the parent integration invokes the the child integration requires AP invoice ID. So that will be passed by the parent integration trigger. And then what are the response which is provided with the child integration will be provided as an input to the child integration result, right? So nothing but we'll be getting the response from the child integration. So this is how, we want to design our parent child integration. So you can observe here in the information, the components required for the parent as well as child, almost same thing. Only thing is here what are the major important thing is the total business logic is implemented in the child integration. Okay. So now, yeah, this is child one, not the parent. Now, the coming to the next one, as I said, we require two connections. One is the REST connection, which is a triggering activity for our integration. Other one is the Fusion ERP REST connection, using which we'll be invoking the REST API of the Fusion ERP service, the AP invoice service. Okay. And this is a parent integration. You can observe here the triggering one. And this here we'll be mapping the invoice ID which we receive from the input to the child integration. And the response, whatever we get it from the child integration, will be mapped as a response in the parent one. Okay. Now this one, the child integration. Here, what are we doing is here we'll take the AP invoice ID as an input, and we are in this particular scope. What are we doing is we are invoking the AP invoice REST service of the Fusion ERP, and the response we are attaching to the response of this particular child integration. Okay. So now you can observe here we are providing AP invoice ID as an input, and in this one, at this place, it is invoking a child integration. Invokes trigger child integration. This is the place where it is invoking the child integration, and the response will be provided by this particular parent one, as we are mapping the response what we are receiving from the child integration to the parent one. So this is a response payload. Okay. Now we'll try to design this integration now. So I'll just go back to the environment. So here, the first thing is we'll design the child integration because we want to invoke the child from the parent. So we have to design the child integration first. So we'll just try run child integration ID test. This is our integration, and application type is integration is application type. So I'll just go with the default. I think there's a space. No, I think no space. Let me try again. Click on create application. And now I'll just click on create. Okay. So now this is child integration one. So the first thing is we want to invoke REST connection. OT is our triggering point. And invoke AP invoice trigger. And the point is slash. And we want to provide input, and we are expecting a JSON response also. Click on continue. Click on add IP invoice ID as an input. We'll just make it as integer. Continue. And here I have customized the standard AP response. Nothing but I just don't want all the data. I just want only these fields from the response of the AP invoice web service of Fusion. So I'll just click on this one, select the AP response payload, which is a transformed one. Click on continue, finish. So now the next thing is we want to invoke the Fusion ERP REST service, right? So here I'll just add up that Fusion ERP REST connection. AP invoice rest. So here we need to mention that information. This is a payload. This is a URI of the Fusion ERP web service, AP1, and we need to add input as well as we have to add output. And we'll just add a string parameter. So here, this invoice ID is equal to this number value will be passed at runtime. So what we need to do is we just need to add up only this one, question mark Q is equal to. This will be a string, continue. And we want to add up the response also, right? So we'll just take the full response of the AP invoice. So this is the full response which we get from this one. You can continue. Okay. And map the invoice ID input. We need to require some transformation logic on the input because the REST API of the Fusion requires the input in a different way. So as we know that we want to pass the format like this, Q is equal to this one, right? So we already have a Q and we have to pass is equal to invoice ID is equal to the amount and the invoice number, right? So we'll just take this one. Here you can just drag and drop. This is the invoice ID. I'll copy this and here. So we just want to concatenate this one. Invoice ID is equal to the invoice number, and that we want to pass it to the Q parameter. Okay, that's the logic we want to build. So here we'll just click on this one. We'll set it. I hope this is fine. Or else we'll just remove it once and then we'll do it. Okay. Delete nothing. Yeah, this is fine, I guess now. I'll check it once again, whether it is set or not. There is nowhere mapping defined, so it lost that, whatever we have defined. Okay, it shows in read-only while. Let us again retry. Click on Edit. Expand the query parameter. Yes, now right-click here. Click on Create Target Node. Yes. Yes, now this is fine, I guess. Yes, this is good now. Now, final response. So here we'll just create a response here. Click on Mapping, Action Mapping. Click on Create. Now we have to provide a mapping between the response, what we are getting from the Fusion ERP REST API to the response of this particular trigger. Okay, so as a transformed output. So invoke AP invoice REST, and here we have lot number of elements, but we don't want all of them. We'll just try to map only few elements like invoice number, currency, invoice amount, and some supply details. Okay. Just click on validate. And here, let us add the primary business identifier. We'll activate our child integration. Make sure that your child integration runs, because if it doesn't work properly, even the parent integration which we'll design now will not work. So let's try to run this one. I'll pass one sample invoice ID to see whether we'll get the data or not. Click on run. Perfect, it's working as expected. Now we'll design our parent integration. XXRA parent INT test. Best connection OT. Parent trigger. Same thing, add up the request parameter and response parameter. AP invoice ID, parent, integer. Response, add up the transformed one, AP invoice transform JSON. And now what we want to do is we want to invoke the child one, right? So how do we invoke the child one is a new thing which we are learning now. So click on this activity here, click on this plus symbol, click on the action. And here you'll see an icon called integration. Scroll down a little bit. This one, integration. So here, search for the integration which we want to invoke. So I'll say invoke child integration. Yeah, this one, XXORA child integration test, the one which we designed just now. Select this, click on continue. Go with the default or the one which is available, the operation. And that's it. Click on finish. So now we have to map the input and output to this integration properly. So to this integration, child integration, what it requires is the invoice ID. So as it has generated invoke map, right? So click on the edit and now map the input what we are receiving from the user, from the parent to the child one. So here right side is the child one and left side is a parent one. In the parent one, we are invoking, we are getting the information, right? IP, AP, invoice ID, parent. This we are passing to the child one. So this is map, the input parameters are mapped perfectly. Now, similarly, we'll map the response parameter, right? So we'll just add a new map now. Action, mapping. Click on create. So we'll map the response from the child to the parent now. So left side, you'll see the response, invoke child response here, the get response. So this one will map to the parent response. So invoice ID, invoice number, whichever field we want, we'll just map them. Okay, so we'll just ignore other things for now. Validate, click on back. Primary business identifier. Let us just add up the input which we are getting. Let's activate this. Now run the integration. So we'll take a same invoice ID as an input and let us see this now. And we should be able to see the parent. This is a parent integration, right? And here in the activity stream, we can clearly observe that it invokes child activity, right? Yeah. So this is where it is invoking that. And you can see that invoke child instance. So it is invoking a child integration and it is also having an instance for it, right? Okay. So this is how we can invoke a parent, child from the parent.